What's going on, y'all? We are back out here in the shop trying to get started on Gus Gus again. Um, I got stuff to do before June. We have an off-road event with some Ford Explorer guys June 21st, and Gus Gus is not remotely ready, and I really don't want to take Pony Express. I was mocking up some parts and noticed we had some clearance issues, or might have some clearance issues with the drive shaft and the exhaust. Something I did read about could happen on a 2001 Jeep Cherokee when you're swapping to a high pinion Dana 30. So I guess what we'll do now is cut the V-band clamp off the exhaust, replace that because it's bent, get it situated to where it'll give me a little more clearance, get the front drive shaft in and see where we're at. We might have to end up mocking this up and flexing it to see what it'll do. I'm not sure exactly what to expect. So let's go ahead and get started. You can see where the clearance is tight here. Originally with the low pinion, I didn't have to worry about V-band clearance. But you can also see where this thing is bent from being hit by the drive shaft in the wreck the first time. So what we'll do is we'll cut it right in the middle, take that off, and then we can go ahead and put the new V-band clamp, but we'll put the nut and bolt on the inside under the oil pan for clearance. We got the V-band clamp cut and turned, new V-band clamp installed. I mocked up the drive shaft again. We have about an inch of clearance between the drive shaft and the exhaust. I'm going to have to mount it up permanently. We'll flex it and see what we can do and see how things fit. Had to run to the hardware store, pick up some parts. I bought some U-joint or some U-bolts to drill out the yoke and go that route, but I really didn't feel like swapping it all around. So we went ahead and got some replacement factory style straps so we can put them on. I'll go ahead and show you those straps now and give you guys the part number so you guys know where to find replacements. Just the O'Reilly brand U-joint straps, part number 437-10. I really wish I knew what I'd do with the originals, but there you go. 2 straps, 4 bolts, nice and easy. And these are Allen's, where the stock ones I believe were Torx. So we'll get it in there and get the drive shaft mocked in better. I think we might get some clearance with the track bar adjustment. I'm not sure yet, but that'll all come down in due time. As you can see, we got the straps on. Everything's snugged up. Now all we got to do is switch over to this side. We'll get that bolted in and go from there. Last bolt being tightened up on the drive shaft. We'll get this done. Once this is snugged up, then we can focus on a few other little things. I don't know about you guys, but if you guys can hear that in the background, we're having a nice little thunderstorm today. It's kind of nice sounding. Alright, drive shaft is snugged up. We'll call that good. Now all that's left is figure out what's left on the steering setup that I left loose, because I forgot to tighten some things. So we'll go ahead and check it out and go from there. So here we have the steering stabilizer. This is just another rough country steering stabilizer like the one we already had. All the hardware's up here. Same installs we did before. Go ahead and get this in, and then we can put our steering linkage back on that I never put back on after filling the differential, and steering will be complete. I got the wrong bolts in the kit, I guess. I don't know what happened. Forgot about this problem, or what I didn't realize was happening with the old stabilizer. This is the bolt that came in the kit. This is a bolt that I took out of the old setup. And this is a bolt that actually fits. See the problem? We'll go and get the right bolt put in and get this tightened up. The steering is pretty much buttoned up. I've got a couple of clamp bolts like these, and then the ones on the track bar to tighten up. And we got to fix that vent tube and add rear diff fluid, put tires on it, and I think we're good to go at that point. Finally, about a year in the making here, guys, and we're about ready to get on the road. Right, here is the diff breather, and for some reason the old tube won't fit over it, so I'm just going to have to order some fresh line or something, get that on there, clamp it down, and just call it good. I'm not going to waste my time with trying to stretch it or anything. We'll go ahead and pick up some rubber hose and go from there. So damn close. Been cleaning in front of the Jeep. Got the passenger side tire on. We're going to put the driver's side tire on and then flex it and see how the drive shaft clears. Waiting on some tubing to show up for the breather, and then we can finish that. Then all we have to do is gear oil and then check all the nuts and bolts again and make sure everything's tight. Pretty sure I got everything, but you know, it doesn't hurt to double check. Gus Gus is finally on all fours. Amazon showed up with my hose, just some 5/16 silicone hose. We'll hook that up to the breather on the diff. It's about 5 feet long, should be long enough. We'll work on getting it down there and routed here and get that situated. Then we'll fill up the rear diff. Should be almost ready for a test drive at that point. I've got the breather tube running down here to the diff. What we'll do is get it squared up and routed how we need it. Zip tie it to the control arm so it doesn't rub on anything, and we should be good. So you guys can see the breather. Push this on there. I'll have to get a hose clamp. I broke the other one. And then this tube is going to go back up because it fell on my face. But we'll run it back up the frame rail under the brake booster and secure that to the upper control arm. One of the things I keep forgetting about is these wires here. We've got the diff breather done, so we're going to go ahead and check these out. Just got to hook them back where they go. Normally I would solder all this. I just don't feel like digging it out. So we'll strip these, add a little bit of wire to them, and butt connect them. We got a butt connector on the wire, some heat shrink butt connectors, and get that all nice and tightened up. Then we'll put another butt connector on this end and do the same on this one that I've already made. Put another butt connector here, and then we can jump those wires or extend them. Wiring is buttoned up. Something simple, not normally how I do it, but we'll put some tubing on it. Zip tie this thing somewhere later on. I'm gonna get the rear diff done. I don't know if I'll get the hood or get it on a road test just because of how bad the alignment is, but we'll at least get the axle done. Let's go ahead and show you guys that. Lucas 8090 and some Lube Guard limited slip supplement for the rear axle. Got that all filled up. Got to go over the front suspension. Then we'll be able to test fire this guy, get it on a trailer to go get it aligned. Front end's pretty out of whack, and I don't want to drive it like that. So that being said, Gus Gus is finally about ready to get on the road. We got to reserve a trailer, get the hood on it, and it'll be ready for the alignment shop. And then double check clearances yet again with that front drive shaft because it's pretty tight. Thanks for watching, y'all. God bless. Take care. If you like what you saw, click the like and subscribe button.